Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel, Seasonally Productive. I am Caitlin, and this is where I tell you what's going on in our lives. So typically I've been doing monthly makes videos for my sewing. However, in April I only sewed one thing, so I'm going to dedicate this entire video to that with a little bit of a bonus at the end about the Love Notions patterns that I recently purchased. So if you watched my seamwork video, all the seamwork patterns I've ever made, I did show you this pattern, my Emmie, and I professed my love for it. Today we're gonna go into a little bit more detail on it, and you're going to get to see it on my body. It is wrinkly, it has been washed, and I hung it on the line to dry, and I decided I'm gonna try it out without ironing it to see how bad or good it looks. So as mentioned, this is the Seamwork Emmie, and the very last seamwork pattern that I have made and will make for the foreseeable future. I used a viscose fabric. This is a custom printed viscose from Minerva. I actually won this fabric and I do have a video on that. I would say it's like a viscose challis. I don't know what the word would be. Like, this one almost feels a little bit silkier, I guess. And maybe the content's different, I'm not sure. And then I used these tassels that I just had in my stash, and I think they worked perfectly. I debated not putting them on. I'm still not 100% sure, but I think it was the right choice. You guys can let me know. The pattern itself, I didn't make any alterations to. I did a straight size 12. I didn't shorten anything. I made it right as is, and I think it is perfect. I am glad I didn't shorten anything because it would have ended up too short. It has a center front seam here, which allows for this nice V type effect. And this is actually supposed to be connected with hook and eye closure. I didn't have any, or I can't find them. I thought I had some. Anyway, I just hand stitched it up, and I see it's loosened up a bit here. So I will have to get some hook and eyes to pop in there. But the way it is, I've been wearing it, and I just really love this. I feel like it fits me amazingly. It has these elastics coming from the shoulder seam to this front opening, and that helps the shape stay like close to my body, so if I bend over it doesn't gape open, which most shirts do on me. So I love this. I can see myself making many more of these. And the pattern does have you gathering in the shoulder. It doesn't really add gathers or bulk to the shoulder. They do fit in quite nicely. I did find that when I pulled out my gathering stitch, which this is more my fault than anything, but I did grab a little bit of the fabric thread, so I was kind of disappointed about that on the one shoulder. And it is about a cropped length, like a I guess high hip crop. Perfect for tucking into jeans, and I like that because I like the length in the back, that it doesn't go past my hips, I guess, or my bum. I don't like when shirts kind of go down over my butt because I have really short legs, so that can really make me look even shorter than I am. The sleeves, also love this detail. They are kind of a funny shape when you're cutting them out. The back of the sleeve is longer, and then it comes up in the front, and then you elasticate that. So it makes this really flirty kind of blouson type effect. And I don't like, this whole thing is just screams bohemian. I love it so much. I am happy with the fabrics I chose. I really don't have any complaints about this make. The only thing that I really kind of not even messed up on, just didn't read the instructions all the way, is when you're putting in the elastic channel for the neckline. I ended up stitching all the way around, but I actually kind of prefer that. I think it just adds a little bit more structure there. I don't know. I don't think it would have made too much of a difference. And the instructions for this are really good. This is actually a really quick sew. It went together really, really fast. And I found the only fiddly bit was kind of where this elastic comes in to the little bit of a facing here on the front. That ended up being, I don't know, they have you like seam ripping and re-sewing, so it's not ideal, but it was really fine. And I made this whole thing on my industrial machine, which was my grandmother's. So it's fun to think of that and think of her when I wear this. But yeah, that's all for the Seamwork Emmie. Unfortunately, this did shrink in the wash. I have just learned. It's not too bad. I can still wear it. I am a little disappointed, but I think my abounding love for this shirt previously outweighs, helped to soften the blow of it shrinking. So it's mostly noticeable in the length and then in the length of the sleeves as well. I've never had issues with shrinking until now. The jeans that you're seeing actually shrunk as well, and this. So I'm not really sure what happened. I always pre-wash my fabric, so maybe I need to make sure that I'm pre-washing on hot, I think is probably what happened there. Then I was just going to mention that Love Notions has a sale going on right now, a 40% off sale, and I decided to pick up a few new patterns. I have not bought a pattern for so long, so I bought myself I actually went there for the Tempo sundress. It's the one with the shirring in the back and then the tiers. So I bought myself and my daughter the Tempo, and I have a few fabrics in mind for her. I'll have to see what I decide to use for myself. And then I also picked up the Breckenridge Henley. I've been wanting a Henley style tank top for a long time. I have one in my closet that I've been wanting to recreate and just haven't found the right pattern. So I'm thinking I can probably hack the Breckenridge to suit my needs, and then it's also good for just any other Henley that I would want to have. And the fourth pattern I bought is the Aria button down, and I know some of you are like, I thought you weren't gonna do collars. I thought so too, but I couldn't resist this cover photo where she has the different fabrics going on, the different colorways. I'm like a sucker for that. So if I can figure out kind of something similar, or I also really like that it's like a lightweight, so I'm thinking maybe a gauze or a double gauze. So I have a couple things in my stash. Whether they go together or not, I'm not sure. That might be more of like a fall thing. But of course, all these ideas and not as much time. So that's what I have for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked it enough to give it a thumbs up and stick around on my channel by hitting the subscribe button. Next video is going to be, I think, a plant tour. So we planted our seeds. I have some transplanting that needs to happen in my seeds, as well as just my house plants. So I thought I'd give you a house plant tour as well, and kind of just go through and give some tender love and care to all of my green babies. So thanks again for hanging out, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.